Hi, I'm Jim Brickell, and this is Getting to Know Your 2023 Lincoln Aviator. I'm sitting in the Reserve model right now, and on the driver's side door, we have the fantastic adjustments for your power seats. It can adjust all sorts of parts of the seat, whether it be your back, your headrest, your legs, the seat, the bolsters for your knees. It's all in there. Once you get it all adjusted to where you want it to be, you're going to push and hold button number 1 to lock it in for that seating position. When you heard the beep, that memory set is now saved. The second driver will become number 2, and the third will become number 3, or just go me, myself, and I if you're the only person in the vehicle. The other thing we have on here is right here, a very important feature. And with that, you can set up the massage seats. So you can choose from low rolling, upper rolling, circular cushion, full recovery, and a relaxed recovery on low, medium, or high. And that qualifies for both the driver and the passenger seat. If the passenger wants to do it, they've got a similar button on their side of the vehicle. Now, of course, we have our power windows, our power outside mirrors, and the power door locks. That button will lock it out from other people using the power windows, and this one here will fold them in. As you can see, they're now in. Hit the button again, and they go back out. You can open the rear lift gate from here, turn on your fog lamps. The headlamps are in the automatic position. And on the side of the steering wheel, the power tilt and telescopic feature. Now, from the front, up top where your thumb is going to be, easily accessible, is the voice activation switch. This vehicle can understand about 10,000 voice commands and carry them out. You would activate it by hitting right there and then saying the command. On the left-hand side of the steering wheel, we have our stereo, the volume up and down, and seeking to the next preset station. We also have the cruise control. So when you turn that on, it lights up down below for the rest of the features. So we've got resume, set minus, and on this side, cancel, your lane centering, and your adaptive cruise control. So lane centering and adaptive cruise control. The buttons are actually in behind. So adaptive cruise control, you can set the speed, plus you can set the distance to stay behind the person in front of you. And then lane centering, your hands can be lightly on the steering wheel. It will help to keep you in the center of your lane. Now, when we push the cruise button again, it turns off those lights, so they're not being distracting for you. On the right-hand side of the steering wheel, we have a few choices. This one that looks like several pages behind each other. When we hit that, it will bring up our main display for the driver. So we've got it on trip 1. Hit it again. We're seeing our fuel economy, our power distribution, and what's called a comm screen. So several features are not displayed, and that way it's a nice calm screen. There's not too many distractions. So each time you're hitting that one. Now, on the side, there's a little four-way, so you can tap it up, and that brings your navigation. So you've got your home, your previous, favorites, and POI for points of interest. As you go down, now you can go to your previous destinations, and if you go to the left, that brings us back to the main screen. When we go down, it brings up more choices in our settings. HUD, heads-up display, is on. HUD menu is what's going to be displayed when that is on. So we hit OK. We can control the brightness, the position, and the content. In terms of content, kilometers to empty, time and temperature, and we can also go down and turn on cruise control and lane keeping. Once again, back to the left, and we bring up the previous screen. Back to the left, and now we can go down again for our display setup. So you go to the right for the hit OK. Information screens. Which ones do you want displayed when you cycle through them? So you go OK, and your information screens can be seat belts, tire pressure, off-road, power distribution, trailer light check, or you can go up higher for auto start stop, fuel economy, trip 1, trip 2, and your comm screen. So you can pick 4 of them that are going to be active, and then you can hit the home button. That takes us back to our main screen. Once again, to cycle through the main screen choices, it's the one that looks like several pages. And as you hit them, it cycles through the screen information screens that you have selected. Now, the stock control to the right of the steering wheel is for your wipers. Turn it up for intermittent, continuous, and then a high-speed continuous. There's actually a little button here on the end, and that takes care of your rear wiper. When you pull the lever towards you, that'll squirt the front window. When you push it away, it'll squirt the back window. Now, with our Lincolns, we have the nice display screen in the center for your infotainment. This is considered the home screen. So you've got the map showing where you're located. The audio is off at the moment. And you can add a phone. You can actually add up to 10 different devices to the vehicle. Only one can be active at any given time. Audio, we've got our sources, AM, FM, Sirius, and Bluetooth stereo. So right now we're on Sirius. It would show what station you're on, the song that's playing, and you can put in your presets down here. If you wanted to lock this one in, you would push and hold. Apparently my fingers are too cold to activate it right now. But similar to the programmable driver's seat, you would push and hold till you hear the beep. On the phone, it's quite simple. Hit where it says add phone, then go to your phone, your settings, your Bluetooth, and follow the instructions that come up on the screen. So it's going to give a PIN, you're going to accept it, you're going to say OK for the 911 assist, download your contacts. It's very easy. Nav, of course, is short for navigation. That brings us to a search feature, a menu, and your location. In terms of search, you can type in an address, a point of interest, an intersection, a city. You can History, that's where you've gone before. Home and work addresses, some favorites. POI, once again, is points of interest. When you're in motion, you're supposed to be using the voice activation. So that was the button on the steering wheel. Find a destination.
Please say a line number or say none of those.
None of those. Find Tim Hortons.
Please say a line number, next page, or say none of those.
1.
When ready, press the voice button and then say, set as destination, or dial the number.
Set as destination.
Setting new destination. Obey traffic laws, be alert, and use voice commands while driving. Please proceed to the highlighted route and then the route guidance will start.
So it shows it's 11:53 now. By 11:54 we'll be at Tim Hortons, which is 350 meters away. The start flag where we are now is red. The finishing flag is a checkered flag, so you know you've arrived at your destination. If you decide, well, gee, that was pretty easy, I didn't really need to use the navigation system for that, you can hit the voice button again. Cancel route.
Canceling route.
So it's very easy to use the navigation system with your voice. Back to the home. Over here to settings. We've got sound, Bluetooth, Sirius XM, vehicle. Here on your vehicle settings, 30-minute max idle is in the on position, rear occupant alert. When you're getting out of the vehicle, it's going to tell you to check, make sure all your rear passengers are getting out with you. Easy entry and exit. The driver's seat, once programmed and activated for easy entry exit, it'll slide back to make it easier to get out, and then it's back when you get in the vehicle. When you start it, it'll slide under the steering wheel for your program position. My Key is a feature for people with beginner drivers. You can program one key for the beginner driver. It'll limit their stereo volume, top end speed, and a few other things. Nice peace of mind for the parents, of course. Alarm system. Do you want it to set when we're getting out? And you can also sensor set. Remote start setup. Activate remote start, so that's on. You can use the remote start. Climate controls, what do you want coming on? Seats and steering wheel, do you want them to heat up? Duration, how long do you want it to stay on for? So 5, 10, 15 minutes, you choose. So if you forgot that you had started the vehicle and you didn't want it to run out of gas completely, it's going to shut off after the preset time. The power lift gate. You can enable the switch and disable the switch. So if you didn't want to be using the power lift gate or have it active, you can disable it. It's just all at the touch of a button. As we scroll down farther, we'll see mirrors. Auto fold. So when you shut off the engine, you get out of the vehicle, you close the door and lock it, the mirrors will automatically fold in. Very handy feature, especially with how tight some parking spaces are these days. So you've got plenty of choices along here. Driver assistance, cruise control, adaptive, lane keeping system, pre-collision. If you don't know what any of these things mean, you can hit the I and it'll give you a description as to what cruise control does, or lane keeping, etc. Speed sign recognition. speed warning, and a tolerance. So you want to go just 5 kilometers over, you want to go 10 kilometers over. You want to stick at the speed limit that's posted. So it'll give you a warning when you're going too fast. Rear view camera, blind spot. So all of these are in here. You can get information on them. You can turn them on, you can turn them off. So driver alert, little coffee cup there. If your driving is a little bit erratic, that coffee cup will light up in your main screen and kind of suggest, your driving isn't the best right now. Perhaps you should take a little break, grab a coffee. Auto hold. That's for your brakes, actually. Come to a stop sign, you put your foot on the brake. Auto hold will hold the brake in place until you actually hit the accelerator pedal. So if you need to move your foot around a little bit but not actually go, that's the one you would want. You can scroll across for plenty more choices. And there are some things with traditional controls. So down here, your shifter is piano keys. So park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Your regular stereo controls, volume and tuning. And then we've got max defrost, rear defrost, heated steering wheel, beautiful on a winter day. Your temperature control for the driver, your heated front seat for the driver, your cooling seat for the driver, cooling seat for the passenger, heated seat for the passenger, temperature control for the passenger. You can change the menu, you can go to the rear controls. As we move back, your electronic parking brake is here and drive modes are here. With the drive modes, it's a dial, and as you change it, it'll show up top. So that's in normal, slippery, there's deep conditions, snow or sand, slippery, going backwards, normal, conserve, and excite. Push the button in, locks in excite, and you have some storage pockets, some drink holders, a spot where a lot of people like to keep their phone. And inside the console is the cordless charging pad for your phone. Hope this gives you a good orientation on your new Lincoln Aviator. My name is Jim Brickell from Ed Learn Lincoln.